Hello, yes, and welcome to another episode of MLS Ireland, where I'll be bringing to you my predictions for this weekend's football. It's week 19. Enjoy. Hello, yes, thank you very much for joining me, and I'd like to thank the subscribers that actually subscribed this week. I've got 4 new subscribers, so thank you very much. And if you're still new to this and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button please, because that'd be pretty cool. So what I do here is a wee bit of predictions. I'm going to start doing predictions for this week's week 19's MLS games. There's quite a few on to this weekend. There's a few on tomorrow night. There was a US Open games on last night, which was pretty good. Thank you New York City, who basically messed up £200 off mine on a bet, but I don't hold grudges. And the next, so I'm going to start off with the games. Is DC United, the first game against New England. DC United are starting to find, trying to find their feet, but I just don't think they know what to do with it at the moment. They're trying to probably get Sad, who now has been released by his own team. Well, he's leaving his own team too, so that may be a thing for DC United to pick up on. And they're playing against New England, who have Bruce Arena, and they're playing pretty well at the moment. So it is a tricky one, but I do think DC United at home against New England could be a wee bit too much for them. So I think DC United 2-1 win. And the next one is Houston Dynamo against LAFC. Houston aren't particularly doing very well at the moment, but they do seem to do very well at home. It's a tricky one. They're playing up against a very, 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 very good team in LAFC. If LAFC play to their strengths, they win this game very easily, but if they try to do very much a high line, Houston can really probably break them on the counter attack. So this game was actually probably going to be a tight one, but I went for 3-1 to LAFC, just for the fact I think they have a wee bit too much on Houston at the moment. Sorry, Houston. And then the next one is a repeat of 2 weeks ago, the California Derby, I think people call it, the Cali Derby or Cali Casino, where the bloody hell people come up with these weird names. It's LA Galaxy against San Jose. San Jose won the last game, and if you look 2 weeks ago, my prediction shows I predicted San Jose to win, so that was a pat on the back for me. But I just don't think they're going to win this one. It could be a 1-1 draw, but I think my senses is saying 2-1 win to LA Galaxy. I just think Galaxy fans will be up for it, Zlatan will be up for it, and I think they're just kind of trying seek revenge, as it were. So that's it. Montreal against Toronto is the next one, so it's going to be a Canadian East Coast derby. Toronto are not doing very well at the moment, and Montreal are so-so at the moment, so I think Toronto may be up for this one, and I think this one's going to be a 2-2 draw. Montreal, you do expect them to win this one. As I said, Toronto should be up for this one. Montreal may be up for this one, but may take Toronto a wee bit lighthearted and maybe not be up fully for it. So I'm going to go for Montreal to do well, but kind of get surprised by them. The next one is Orlando against Columbus. Orlando won last night, so against New York City. So I'm going to predict a 2-0 win against Columbus. I don't think Columbus know what they're doing at the moment. They're still basically missing their manager, and Zardes may be back. I'm not 100% sure if he's be back or he may start. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. Sorry, Columbus. I think he needs saved again. The next one is the Fire against Cincinnati. The Fire should win this game. I don't think Cincinnati have a hope in this game. Unfortunately, I think Chicago should nick this one 2-0. If Cincinnati has a hope, they may get a goal, but I just don't see them happening with Chicago's 3 at the back. I think Sebastian may just have a wee bit too much knowledge for them and keep a clean sheet on that one. So any fantasy goers out there. The next one is Minnesota against FC Dallas. Minnesota, they won last night, or 2 nights ago, last night against, I'm doing this on a Thursday by the way, they beat New Mexico quite well, and Minnesota now are basically starting to score a lot of goals at home, so I'm going to suggest It's going to be a 2-0 win, a 2 or 3-0 win. Going to go 2-0 because I think the FC Dallas be a bit more defensive and a bit more sound. Even though I like FC Dallas, they're doing the right things. They just need a wee bit of a experience in their team. So it's going to be a good game, and it's going to be Minnesota 2. So could be a lot. Minnesota could score a hell of a lot in this game. And then the next one is Real Salt Lake against Philadelphia, the East Coast leaders at the moment. It is a tricky one. Real Salt Lake are doing very well at home, and Philadelphia have that mentality now that if they go anywhere they can win a game. They will be more with the ball, more possession with the ball. So I'm looking forward to that game if it's on TV, but I think it may be on a wee bit too late night. Going to go for a 2-1 win for Philadelphia. Like I said, this game is going to be tight. Real Salt Lake are not really to be sniffed at. I think they are quite a good team. I just don't think they take their opportunities that much, and I think Philadelphia will. And then the next one is Vancouver against Sporting Kansas City. Kind of feel sorry for Sporting Kansas City at the moment. They're trying to do their best, but it's just not happening with them at the moment, and they're against a Vancouver team who usually win when they're at home, or do play pretty well when they're at home. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Vancouver. I hope Sporting Kansas City turn them around, and because they were a good team last season, I would love to see them in the playoffs. So unfortunately, it's not looking too positively at the moment. So, and the next one is Portland Timbers against Colorado. Portland at home, the third game or fourth game at home. Now I'm not 100% sure, but I think they should win this game against Colorado, who quite are playing alright at the moment. They're playing properly now at the moment, and I think they will have a wee bit of a bite against Portland. But I think Portland just in front of their own fans, I just think they may just make this one 2-0. Could be wrong. Colorado could surprise you in this game, but I think just the statistics in my mind is going for Portland. And then the next one is going to be on TV here on a Sunday, which is Seattle against Atlanta. Atlanta are not doing very well. They done very well against Red Bulls till Sir Bradley Wright Phillips scored at the last minute. Joseph Martinez is on fire at the moment. He's playing brilliant, and if only had Pity Martinez in same vein of form, they would be doing pretty well at the moment. Atlanta don't really have a great defense at the moment. They seem to be leaking in a lot of goals, and against a Seattle Sounders team who are very sound at the back, I think they're going to try and get this game. They're going to try and get a 0-0 by half time, and then kind of like sit back and let Atlanta try to do their thing, and then try to make them make a mistake at the back. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Seattle, but it could be 2-1, but I do think Seattle will win this game. And then the last game is New York Red Bulls against New York FC. New York Derby. It's going to be Red Bulls 2-1 win. New York City are playing very well at the moment, but I just don't think they have it in them to beat Red Bulls. I think Red Bulls are a wee bit too more savvy, a bit more focused on tactics, where New York City is more ball possession. So I think the tactics will probably outdo them in this one. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. And yep, that is all my predictions. As I said, if you're new, hit the wee subscribe button. It'd be pretty awesome if you do, and hope to see you on the next one. So hope to see you. Bye now.